Hello, Sarah Freeman, founder and CEO of Kids Arthritis and After the Kids Arthritis Fair, joining me today as well as we answer some of these questions that the families have put out to you in the school community so that you can have a better understanding of what it is like for a child living with juvenile arthritis in the school community so that you can help them better as well. Okay, so the next one is about how to include a child without excluding a child within activities at school. Now this is big and this is tricky, and it is based particularly on situations, but from talking with the children and the families and the carers, and also based on my experiences, because all of this comes from experience that has been first-hand experience or second-hand experience of the children and the families and carers that we support at Kids Arthritis, because they wanted a resource to give to you in the school community. So we worked together to make this happen because they wanted it, and that's what we do at Kids Arthritis. Okay, so let's take the first scenario. Okay, it's sport time, right? So the child might not be able to participate in a very physical and active way. So they might not be able to run around, they might not be able to hit the volleyball over the net, they might not be able to throw the ball, they might not be able to see very well, so it might be hard for them to be able to walk around and interact and move. So a really simple way to do this without being really just discriminating against is you can talk to the child and see, or you can gauge also from sort of the relationship that you might have with them. Maybe they might be the scorer for the day or for that particular activity that they're not able to do. So you can make them the scorer. But what's important, or the umpire, but also what's important is not to just presume that they want to do that, because they might actually want to go and shoot hoops, or they might actually want to run around, or they might actually want to sit on the ground with everyone else. So it's not just presuming that, okay, we have juvenile arthritis, the video says this, so I'm just going to make sure that I do that. No. It's about talking and working it out with the child, which also I'm aware that within a classroom and in a school community, there are so many kids with so many needs. And so that's why we're trying to make this resource as simple as possible. So just ask the child, just quickly, do you want to score? Do you want to be team captain? Do you want to play? Do you not want to play? And then they'll just quickly give you an answer like, yeah, I'll play, or yeah, I'll do this, or yeah, I'll do that. But then there's also that borderline as well, where they don't become controlling, knowing that they can get their own way as well. So it's just finding that balance, that you're not constantly giving them control of the situation, but you're also allowing them to make their own decision based on their pain and about how they're feeling in life. So being scorer, being team captain, maybe you might want to make cheerleaders, or maybe you might want to make some umpires, or you might want to have just like an audience, or things like that. Sometimes I would like to be a team captain, because sometimes when you have juvenile arthritis or a condition that people aren't, like the other kids aren't really aware of, when you do picking of teams and things like that, you can sometimes be the last person that gets picked. So making sure you do like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, instead of letting the children pick who they want on their team, that can feel really discriminating as well, and it's really disheartening. So that is sport. In the classroom, right, the child might be having problems with being able to type or write, or they might need to take a little bit longer to get a task done, so they might need to take it home, or they might need to do this or do that. Work it out with the child and involve their family as well, using online portals and things like that schools have these days, so that you can figure out which is the best way. But once again, you don't want to give too much leniency, that the child knows that, well, I could actually use this to my advantage and take a really long time, and because I want to, because I know the teacher's going to let me do it at home. No, it's about actually figuring out, is the child really taking a long time to do it because they're in pain, because they can't write, or because they can't type? Is something going on in their head? Are they feeling tired? Do I need to give them extra time? Work that out, talk with the child, and figure it out. It's all about this relationship that you build with the child as well.